Hey, this is Mark Nejma from Newsweed.com. I just want to remind you that we list hikes on our website, Newsweed. Uh, I run a group called Trail Shrinks. I'll stand up and show you that. Trail Shrinks. And we have about 6,000 members, and we always have hikes on Saturday and Sunday. We do a number of dancers as well as some other weekday events. The purpose is socialization because socialization helps you get through the news. But beware, oftentimes, if I'm on the hike, I will try to impress on you the number of current events that are happening in the world because I think they're very important. So let's get started. I'm trying a different format. I do read a lot of newspapers, I read a lot of things online. I'd like to first say that there's been a tremendous amount of murders that I read about across the country. Some of them involved guns, some of them didn't. But clearly, if you cumulatively added them up, there's so much more than a mass shooting. Mass shootings are bad, but it's not the gun; it's the craziness in our world. And perhaps the craziness is created by the internet. Perhaps it's created by people lying to each other, or just poor leadership. So let's get into it. How bad could poor leadership get? Well, number one, a global economy is in stagflation. Stagflation is a very bad thing. It's something that you should pay attention to, but it could affect your job. It's definitely affecting your money. They say that right now it costs the average person an extra $460 per month to survive. Now, if you think that's not a lot of money, then you're probably a pretty wealthy person. But if you're the average person that's living in New York or California or Oklahoma, wherever, it's a lot of money. And it's because of mismanagement. It's because of who you voted for and the people that support the person that you voted for, or people in your state, in your county. The idea that your vote doesn't count is totally wrong. Stagflation is bad. We'll get to it in a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to explain what stagflation is to you. Goldman Sachs is under some investigation because of ESG. ESG in itself is environmental social governance standards. It's a crock of shit, right? So they're giving tax breaks if you invest in green companies, people that are concerned with the climate. It's good to be concerned with the climate, but this ESG now standards has got Goldman Sachs in some trouble in terms of I guess taxes. So they're under investigation. That's pretty big news. In some other news, scientists are trying to bring back a tiger. What is this about? Well, I was a big investor in a company called BNGO, Bionanogenomics. And genomics is the right thing for us to be paying attention to. You have Adidas, you have Illumina, you have 23andMe. Once they're studying the genes, these scientists believe that they can actually bring this tiger back. So it's something they should look into and pay attention to because it might be a good investing area for you. At the very least, what you're learning is that DNA and the discovery of how things work and the body works and so forth could really change society in the future. So great place to invest. Just don't walk in the woods if a tiger is loose. So that's an important story. Now I wanted to get into what the definition of stagflation is. First of all these names, stagflation, deflation, shrinkflation, they're all created by people that come up with an idea and they want to make a name to shorten what exactly happening. So what is stagflation? Tell me. I'll tell you. Stagflation is when you have rising prices and less of economic activity. So it kind of like doesn't balance off. The prices go up, the wages stay the same, or you start getting layoffs and you get this huge gap and lots of pain. Stagflation actually came about in the 1970s. And there was a guy named Ian McLeod, who actually described what stagflation is. He ended up dying of a heart attack, believe it or not. I guess because of life. But he was trying to make things better, and he was trying to make people understand. So stagflation. You can catch a really good story and definition in the Wall Street Journal. Okay, let's go on to the next story. All these stories are relevant to your life. You don't realize it, but they are. So if you're sitting on a couch smoking some weed, God bless you. But guess what? Sooner or later, you're going to see the price of weed go up. So you better pay attention to what's going on. FDA has poised to get more power to fast-track drugs program. What does this mean? So your dad gets pancreatic cancer, and some pharmaceutical company, which you shouldn't hate, you should not hate pharmaceutical companies, comes out with a drug, and you really want your dad to live, or your mom to live, or yourself to live. So the FDA will fast track it, and they'll get the drug out there because it seems to work. Well, now the FDA is very upset because they put an Alzheimer's drug out there. It got approved. They were charging a lot of money for it. And then they find out that, wow, it's not working as good as we thought it would. So now the FDA is going to make drug companies continuously test. So if the FDA says, yeah, save some lives, put that pancreatic drug out, they're going to say you have to keep testing more population and present that data. And if you find that data shows that the drug is not working, then you have to take it off the market. So I think that's a good step. Again, the FDA, very political organization. Let's hope that that really does happen. All right. So my father used to say, dust to dust is what we will be. You come from dust and you end up as dust. I used to think my father was full of crap. But apparently, asteroid dust is what created life. The Japanese have discovered that an asteroid that came down to Earth, they found amino acids, and amino acids are supposedly, the start of a form of life. So very, very interesting. Never underestimate the stupid things that your father says, because they may have some factual content to it. Great article you should read. Asteroid dust holds clues for Earth. This was actually in the Wall Street Journal as well. So check it out. I'm going to just read you a paragraph. Until now, some doubt remained as to whether the amino acids found in the meteorites might have originated in contamination after they fell to Earth, the scientist wrote. The discovery of amino acids in material directly extracted from an asteroid and brought back untouched to Earth is proof that the asteroid and thus other extraterrestrial materials can provide organic molecules essential for the origin of life on Earth. Fascinating. Tie that with the genomics and we get an A on the test. Now let's go to sports. Big sports day. You have Belmont Stakes, in which you have that long shot that ran in the Kentucky Derby run. He's running against some really good horses. Might be exciting. I don't gamble. I just play the stock market. But it should be fun. Tonight, I believe, if not tonight, tomorrow night, the Rangers are playing the Lightning. The last game was played in New York, and the Lightning won. Well, post-game, it seems like New Yorkers weren't too happy. At least one person was not too happy that the Lightning won. So, as shown in the New York Post, this particular person decided to turn around and cold cock a Lightning fan, pretty much knocking him out. You got to see here it is, where the guy is just laid out on the floor. It's terrible. I hope that they put this guy away for a very long time. I'm sorry that the puck did not go in to the Lightning's goal for that long, but why do you Rangers fans have to go crazy? Come on. I happen to know a Ranger fan, and she is a little bit aggressive. All right. So That's pretty much the news, except for one thing that is very important to most of you, and that is that Britney Spears has gotten married again. And the guy looks like a handsome guy. Let's hope for the best for Britney Spears. But more importantly, we should note that her ex-husband did show up at the wedding with a knife. And he got arrested now because he was crashing the wedding. I can tell you right now, if my ex-wife decides to get married, I'm not coming. And I will not bring a knife. Even if I did come, I would bring some pie because I like to make pies. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. I'll be back tomorrow. This is Mark from newsweed.com. You may think this is a waste of time, but I really enjoy it because I need to do this research for the stock market anyway. Thanks.